Today, I thought about doing something that I've done in my spare time by myself, because I make up scenarios all the time, is that I will talk about actually no, I'll be talking about one song, and the meaning behind that song, because I thought it'd be like a cool little inside thing of like what the songs mean and what goes in my brain making songs. Maybe this might help you make songs. I don't really know. You can take this advice. You can take this and be like, wow, I'm gonna make songs now. Or you just be like, what the fuck is he saying? Today I'm gonna talk about one of my songs that may not be in production, but you didn't hear that from me. Shh, you didn't hear that from me. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about Flower Bed, which is one of my first ever properly written songs. And by properly, I mean a song that I actually sat down and wrote, and not made like a parody of FNAF or Minecraft, because it was popular at the time. Yes, I did that, okay? Sorry. But no, okay, I'm just gonna talk about Flower Bed. Flower Bed is one of my first ever videos on my channel. I'll link it down in the description to watch. You can see baby me, which is just a year ago. It's not like me at like 12 or something, I don't know. It was my first ever song that I published on YouTube. Not technically not, because I did publish a song before on YouTube called I'm Scared of Death, which was an awful song. I still have the tune in my head sometimes. I remember it, I'm like, oh, ugh. I feel like I'm on Genius. Oh my god. Sign me up. I don't know. How do you get their attention? I don't know. Sign me up. Like it's like a... I don't know. What I'm going to be talking about is how I write songs, what I write them about, when I started writing songs, and then I'm going to be talking about the meaning, because if I just talked about the meaning of the song, it'll be a very short video, I think. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll just cut out everything that I was like, I wrote this song at 16. It's gonna be like just very short. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hold you captive and talk about my life story to you in like one video. I started writing songs at around 12, and that was with Minecraft and FNAF parodies. Okay. A dark time. Sometimes it'd be about characters from different TV shows, and also Jacked Up to Get Egos. I'm not proud of that. But there are some lyrics that are really good in those old songs. Just let you know. But I wrote songs around like 12, and then I started properly writing songs when I was like 16, 15. I kind of got better at it because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna write songs about my life, because that's what sometimes singers do, you know? So that's what I started doing. And in doing so, I would like take stuff from what I've experienced into songs, and then things that I haven't. So just a little tiny story. Because that's how I see every single song that I write. I see everything as like a little like music video in my head, like a little film. So I think about like the different kinds of moods, or like the lighting. I just think about different, like it's like a stage production in my head of a show. So I'm like, okay, how many characters there are? What are they feeling? What's the story about? But most of my songs is about my personal stuff, and some of them aren't. And I won't tell you which ones are, because I don't even know. No, I do, don't worry. But yeah, most of my songs are about my anxieties of growing older, and also death, because I have a massive fear of dying. Ta-da! So if you see lots of sad songs, most of them are about my struggles with anxiety over the fact that dying is a thing. And then some of them are about love, because we love a good love song, you know what I mean? I try not make them as morbid, don't worry. So that's why I use a lot of symbols. Symbols? No. Symbolins? No. That's why I use like a lot of like symbolism and metaphors, just to not make it as depressing, because I'm writing a song about my fear of death, you know? So like, that's what Flower Bed is, a fear of getting older, and also a fear of losing someone when they're dead, like losing the memory of them, like forgetting their voice or forgetting what they look like. That's what I'm scared of. The reason I used flower, I don't know why I did that, honestly. I just, you know, flowers are pretty. Symbol of life, I don't know. I just used flower because it's, I didn't know any other word. But yeah, the song is about that, and it's my first ever song that I've properly written. Yippee! Okay, so Flower Bed. I already said the meaning of it. That's what it is. I'm gonna go through the lyrics and see. It's like Genius. I'm gonna go through the lyrics and see what comes to mind for the meaning of it, because sometimes my lyrics have no meaning towards them. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, it's a flower. You can make it as a symbolism of like life, and people are delicate like flowers and stuff. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So, lyrics. Picking out memories like little daisies, because they are very delicate to me. Looking at myself in the mirror, not recognizing myself anymore. Who am I as time goes on? I feel so lost. Picking up memories like little daisies. Memories are very delicate things, and we hold them very carefully in our heads, or you hold them very roughly in your head. I don't really know. You know what I don't know. It's just like memories are little delicate things. I feel like a poetry book. I feel like I'm in English class. Like, what does the sky mean? What does she mean when she says the sky is blue? Because it's blue? No. Depression. I don't know. Yeah, memories are delicate, you know, picking up memories like little daisies, because they're very delicate to me. Memories are delicate to me. They're like little delicate things that I hold carefully in my little head. Because I can't remember a lot. My brain is awful. My memory's awful. My memory's so bad. I'm like a fish. Looking at myself in the mirror, not recognizing myself anymore. I look at myself in the mirror all the time. So what of it? There's a mirror right there, and over there. I have 2 mirrors in my room. Just making sure there's no other mirrors in my room. I have 2 mirrors in my room. Each time I look in the mirror, you know, I'm not the same face. I'm not the same person when I was like 7. So, you know, if my 7-year-old looked at myself, they'd be like, what the fuck happened? I'd be like, well, discovery. I don't know. I just don't recognize myself a lot of the time. Just like, who is that person in the mirror? I'm dead in the man in the mirror. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Who am I? As time goes on, I feel so lost. That is a very... That sentence... That's me. 100%. Because as time goes on, as I live throughout each day of my life, I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't have a job. I don't have like a boyfriend, a girlfriend. I don't have a partner. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I want kids. I don't know if I want to get married. I'm just a little child lost. I just like, I don't know. As time goes on, I feel so lost. Is so, that sentence is like, as soon as I wrote that, I was like, ooh, getting a bit too close, because I still don't know what I'm doing, and I'm 19. I'm an adult, so. And it's like, you don't have to know what you have to do when you're 19. Like, you don't have to figure that out yet. But it feels like I do sometimes. It feels like I do. Because as kids, we're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I said a vet. I'm making videos on the internet. Like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want to do. I don't like that I am getting older, because my mortality is becoming clearer. Flower bed is getting rotten, because I've forgotten you. I don't like that I'm getting older. Plain simple. I don't like that I'm getting older. It's a very plain simple thing. I hate it. Not because of the things that, you know, like, oh, like taxes, jobs. Not because of that. Because of the other thing. You know, that's the thing. I look too much into the future. I look too ahead. Like, it can happen like, I could be watching a movie and I think of it. The worst of it is when I go to sleep and I think of it. That's the worst of it, because then I just go in a whole panic. I think about it, like, it doesn't even have to be related. I just think about it. And like I don't like birthdays because I think about it. I don't like the end of the year because I think about it, you know, because it's 1 year closer. And I'm like, you know, this is a very depressing video. I'm so sorry. But that's true. That's like what the whole premise of it is. I feel my mortality is becoming clearer because I'm not immortal. I wish I was, but also it'd be very boring if I was, because then I'd be doing everything. You know, I would have done everything in the world if I was immortal. Because my mortality is becoming clearer, because it's, you know, each day that I live, it's becoming more clear to me. I have a lot of people say, like, you know, when you're older, that will go away, that worry will go away. You won't have to worry about death when you're older, because, you know, you'll just accept it. What if I don't? What if I don't accept it? What if I'm still a ball of anxiety about this thing that happens to all of us eventually? What if I don't accept it? What happens then? So that's the kind of line that came up with, like, you know, it's becoming clearer each day. It's not going to become foggier. I'm not going to forget about it, because I'm living. I'm looking through my eyes. I'm seeing this happen. So that's kind of what it is. Your flower bed is getting rotten because I've forgotten you. So your flower bed, a grave, basically. That's what it is. Flower bed's a grave. And it's becoming rotten because I keep forgetting to go to it and visit you. Basically, that's what it means. Your eyes is all I can think about. Because your flower's more beautiful than anything else. I always remember people's eyes for some reason. In my head, I'm like, I know that person because I've seen their eyes before. Because your flower is more beautiful than anything else. I honestly don't know what this means. It could mean your heart, like the kindness of your heart, your soul. I don't really know, honestly. I just needed a line to rhyme it with. The colors haven't faded to gray as time goes on. I feel so lost. The petals haven't faded to grey yet. As time goes on, I feel so lost again. The petals haven't faded to grey yet. I actually can't remember what I meant by that. I don't even think there is a meaning to that. Probably, and I'm putting in a meaning now, but probably because there's still some time to remember you. There's still lots of time to think of you. You know, the petals haven't faded to grey yet. There's still time. There's still moments that I remember of you being here. So they're not fully gone yet. Probably that. I don't know. And then you have the chorus again. But the chorus changes a little bit. And I know that it is hard to let go. And I know that is hard to let go too. I think I'm saying that to myself. I used to whenever, like, this might be a bit cringy, right? Whenever I was worried about death, I would always imagine that I'm talking to my 7-year-old self or my 10-year-old self. And I'd be talking to them, like, you know, saying, you know, it's okay, you're here, you're living, it's fine, it's not gonna happen yet. You know, just trying to comfort them, because I feel like anytime I worry about death, it's just my little self being like, ah! So I think that's what I'm kind of talking about. I know that it's hard to let go too. Petals have fallen down into a pattern that we both don't understand. So basically, death is a thing that we don't understand. We don't know where we go. You know, some people say we go to heaven, we go to hell, we go to a place that's safe, we go to a void, maybe there's nothing, you know? We don't understand it. And if we did, I think it'd be a lot more comforting for a lot of people to know where we go. But that's kind of the reason behind it. The petals have fallen into a pattern that we don't understand. We don't understand it. So, spooky. So I guess this is goodbye. So I guess we just have to kind of... What's on my thumb? Sorry. So I guess we just kind of have to deal with it and just move on from the meaning from death. We just have to keep going and welcome it like a friend. Kind of like that. Half the time, I don't even know, because like, I'm like, oh my god, this means this, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, I don't even know half my meanings, but it makes sense to some. I don't even know if it makes sense to anyone, honestly. So, that's Flower Bed. I hope you enjoyed that explanation. If you want me to explain other songs, I'd happily do that. And hopefully I'll know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about, it's just I haven't really said the meanings out loud before, so my brain's like, what does it mean again? Because sometimes when I write lyrics, I have a meaning towards them, as all artists do. But sometimes, as you see, some lyrics don't have any meaning to them, they're just fill-in lyrics. But you can have it as anything as you want. Flower bed can mean anything you want for it, but that's what it means to me. That meaning that I said in the beginning of the video. But that's kind of what it is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll link that video, the song, in the description. Also my Instagram and my Twitch. I stream now. I stream again. I haven't streamed in a long time. I used to stream on an old account. I have a new account now, starting fresh. So I have that in the description as well. If you like, great. Just go subscribe. Why not? You can if you want to. You know? But I hope all of that made sense. If it didn't, just ignore this. Just ignore this.